What's going on, everybody? Back with another video, and we are going to do the life, or a little bit of the life, and go visit the grave of the legendary Sheriff Buford Pusser. Now, this dude was hard-nosed, man. He did not put up with nothing. We are at the home. Now look, it is windy today, so if the wind is in the video, I apologize. It seems like every time I go do something, the wind's got I don't know, it's one of those things. But yeah, we're at the home right there, see? Yeah, it's closed today. They're only open on Thursday through Saturday, so we won't be able to go in. We're gonna have to come back one day and do that. But this was his house, or at least, I think it was his mom and dad's house, and then his house. Buford was a tough guy that really tried to cut out all the bootlegging and stuff back in the day that was happening. So I'll tell you what, let's walk up. Buford was born in McNairy County, Tennessee on December 12th, 1937. His father was a police chief of Adamsville. Buford played high school football and basketball, and he was 6 feet 6 inches, so he was no little man, which is why, let's see, here's the admission, what it cost. So if you come to visit, $10 for adults, children are $3, 6 and under get in free. So there you go, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 11 to 3 o'clock. Man, this wind is killer today. He joined the United States Marine Corps. Let's take a walk around. When he graduated from high school, his service ended when he got discharged for asthma. So a man like that had asthma, you know, who would have thought? In '57, he moved to Chicago, where he was a local wrestler known as Buford the Bull. He married Pauline Mullins in December of '59. He returned home in '62. Just a nice little house. He was the police chief and constable from '62 to '64. After the sheriff was killed in an auto accident, Pusser was elected sheriff, becoming the youngest sheriff in Tennessee's history. Pusser promptly began trying to eliminate the Dixie Mafia and the State Line Mob, which, being from the South, if you don't know about the Dixie Mafia, it's hardcore. It is some serious stuff. Like they got really big connections to a lot of things, and you don't really want to mess with either one of those two people that he was trying to eliminate. He survived several assassination attempts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from here, his home, and then we're going to go to another place next, and then we'll go visit the grave once this is over. So after there were several assassination attempts that he survived, one being on February 1st of 1966. Lewis Hathcock attempted to kill Pusser during an on-site investigation of a robbery complaint. She had a concealed .38. Pusser returned fire and killed her. He was also shot 3 times by an unknown gunman in '67. So I tell you what, now that this wind is blowing crazy, let's go to this other side and we'll keep talking a little bit more about Buford and all the things he tried to do. And after that, we'll go visit the grave. So follow me. All right, so now we're moving on to the next spot. We are on a major busy highway. Like, it's a lot more, it's busier than I wanted it to be. Okay, so on August 21st, 1974, Buford met with a Bing Crosby production company out of Memphis. That morning, he comes back to Adamsville. He goes to a county fair, and the reports are that he had been drinking a lot, and he leaves from the fair, and this is the spot. where he crashes his specialty Corvette right there where you see the memorial, and he's ejected from the vehicle. Car catches fire, it burns, and this is it. This is where Mr. Walking Tall met his, or was at his last moment. This is where everything went bad, besides the drinking and driving, which we don't really need to do that anyway. It's been raining a little bit, so I don't really want to go up there. What I will do is get a picture and put it up here so you can see what it looks like. It has his name, his date of birth, and his date of death on it. And so now, from the crash that we've witnessed, or where we see where he has died, now we can move on to the cemetery and visit the grave. So let's keep going. One more stop to go. I hope you're enjoying the content, by the way. Before we get out of here, well, you know what? I'll save all that for the cemetery. So let's get on over there. So after the crash, he had his funeral, and he is buried at Adamsville Cemetery. Let's see if I can get it right there, up here. And so the speculation, right? We'll see. I'll talk a little bit as we walk. So the speculation as to what, you know, Pusser was an adamant man about not drinking and all that, but it was ruled a DUI accident, which is how, you know, they said he crashed into the embankment. He shouldn't have been driving. Some of the other theories are there was rumors to sabotage to the steering mechanism and the tie rods. The state trooper ruled it as a DUI, like I said. Buford's daughter, now this to me is the kicker. So he's crashed, he's out of the car, he's dead. The first person that comes up on the grave, or on the crash, is his daughter. She was a passenger in another car, and they just drove up on the accident right after that. The other thing that makes me think that something is up is there was no autopsy done, which I don't know the rules of all that, but if he was drunk and was driving under the influence, you would have thought they could have done an autopsy and figured that out. But here he is, Mr. Walking Tall himself, Buford Pusser. That's what his footpiece looks like. It's Buford and his wife Pauline, the Sheriff of McNairy County, Tennessee, from 64 to 70. He walked tall, is what it says. Large headpiece, too. Very large. And the daughter that actually came up on the accident is buried over here, Dawn. She's over here as well. She died in 2018. That's her grave, Dawn, right there. So that's a little bit about everything. The whole situation seems a little bit weird as far as the car crash, and you know, reports are that he, from other friends and family, that he probably had a lot to drink and he probably did not need to drive. So if he was inebriated and something had happened to the car, there was no saving it, because he was messing with the mafia, and you really don't need to mess with the mafia, especially during these times between 64 and 70. There was a lot going on, and he was pushed out, to say the least, I guess. But I'll tell you what, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Our channel has grown substantially, and I cannot thank you guys enough, because without you, we would not be where we are. It's all because of you, and honestly, I can't even express how grateful I am that you guys really enjoy the content that I'm putting out. And if there's any other places you would like me to go in the Southeast right now, hey, throw them in the comments. Or if there's anything else in the South, like just anything, just leave a comment. I love comments. They're the best. Even the ones that say I go too fast or I sound like a monster from Monsters University, those make me laugh, and I love them. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all this stuff, right? We're almost to 5,000. Maybe by the time this video comes out, we'll be over 5,000. And let's keep growing this channel. Thank you guys so much. And you know what? You never know what you're going to find on the back roads.